Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML Season 1, Week 7. My name is Nightfire with two E's. I will be your sole conductor in today's journey into the top tier of the Breachers VRML. You'll be tuning in to RE.START versus Wicked Esports this afternoon, and RE.START coming in with a very strong record, 7-2. Limited coverage on their progression through the ladder so far this season with a couple of casts, but a team that definitely should put up a good contest against Wicked. That is, if we disregard their previous encounter already this season, very early in the season, where they lost against Wicked Esports 14-3. If I were a gambling man, which I'm not, but, well, I like to gamble. That's not true. If I were to be a connoisseur user, then I'd be looking at these votes and noticing that 51-8 in favor of Wicked Esports this afternoon. And so a lot of folks basing their predictions, I assume, off of past match history because of how well Wicked did before when that last time was that they played. So we'll have to see. I'm of the mind that Restart may be coming in off of playing 6+ games in the league since they went up against Wicked. That they will be bringing in a bit something different than when they last matched against Wicked, when they last paired, especially considering this is a challenge match. And so if you put everything together, you may consider that Restart is confident enough this afternoon to go up against Wicked a second time this season. They feel that maybe they've progressed far enough as a team and grown enough as a team to get to this point where they can now challenge Wicked and try and pull a W out against them, or Wicked challenge them. I think the home team is the challenger, but I'm not sure how that actually sorts out, so don't quote me on that at all. In which case, Restart would be home this afternoon, which is interesting then in that Restart is starting on offense, at least so it appears for map number 1. We're still waiting on a last player to join in, and then we should be good to go. Go ahead and let the teams know. But they're not waiting on us, and then we are just waiting on the last player for a Restart. Hopefully they're bringing in a 5th and not relying on a bot to fill in that roster, because then that will certainly make this challenge a difficult one. But definitely anticipating a good matchup here this afternoon, all things considered, if we do get a full Restart 5 battling it out here this afternoon, which is, I think, what we're waiting on. While we're waiting, I can tease some upcoming content. I'll be talking about it again at some point in this stream, but we do have a big podcast episode coming out. I would say episode 1. We did episode 0, like a preseason, a couple weeks ago with me and Phil. This one with Martini and Phil, about 45-minute plus episode of these two chatting up about the game of Breachers, everything that they want to see change, what they like, what they don't like, giving their real honest opinions, which they're free and entitled to, and it's really an interesting insight into what our two big casters for the VRML think about the game of Breachers, and ultimately two big players now that Phil's jumping into a team, trying to negotiate that space at the high end. It's definitely exciting times, at least with the content that's coming out. We got that, and in addition to that, some interviews coming. So I've interviewed Deadstop now, Acer, and Eternity, and we'll be releasing those interviews out over the course of the next week or two. The drop dates we're looking for, content that's not live is for now at least scheduled around Monday and Tuesday of the week, and then we do our best to get into live games in the back half of the week. Sometimes we'll jump on a Monday or Tuesday live game if it's a big match, but otherwise that's sort of the cadence we're looking into investing in, at least, so something you can expect going forward with content and scheduling and what we're sort of looking to do on this channel. We've got a lot of people subscribing. We flew over the 1,000 sub mark. We're barreling towards 1,100, and we really appreciate all of the awesome support that's been coming through. I'm going to go quickly into the pregame lobby, where you can see a little bit of tomfoolery going on here. Teamwork amongst enemies, you would say. Trying to go faster and faster, it seems. And what a treat. This is what we're here for. And that starts us into Skyscraper. Swap teams on your scoreboard there, so we're accurate with Wicked Esports on defense and Restart on the attack for map 1. Starting here on Skyscraper, round 1 kicking off here, and we're seeing an early Taurus spy coming in on both sides. Gears and Sleepy looking to start things off with some big headshots with their Taurus. I'm really excited. I don't want to I want to talk about these interviews and some really insightful answers that I ended up getting from these teams. But I also don't want to spoil them, so I'll refrain from giving insights there. But we talked about the Taurus shotguns, what it's like to play at the top, a bunch of different things from a variety of teams right now, and it's really going to be, I think, a pretty cool little insight into Acer and Eternity, two teams that are at the top of the NA ladder, worldwide ladder. But that's what we're not here for that. We're here for Wicked Esports Restart, ranked 7 and 9 respectively. And so both teams really competing for a position in the top 8 for those unfamiliar. If you do qualify in the top 8 of your region, you lock in a skin that only you can, exclusive skin you can only receive by qualifying in the top 8 of your region and by playing in the VRML. And, man, this skin design is sick. As our first kill comes through, Maestro connects. The draft we're about to ship out is really cool. I'm very happy with what we've cooked up. Hopefully we can get that in-game for everybody soon. But no images. Teasers may be coming soon, but patience is what we're looking for. But a big announcement tomorrow, though. Definitely some exciting stuff here as Sleepy finds one with the Taurus. Barrel stuffs it, will lose to the Spectral battle. Jump into B site and face the retake with nades and a push through the doorway. Royal Chef finds themselves getting pinched by Wizard Gecko trying to find the wallbang, and Ash swinging out through the doorway. A great bit of teamwork from the duo on defense to hold things down. Just barely did it, though. Restart definitely coming in strong on the offense. Curious to see what the buys look like now. I imagine Restart going to be oh, interesting. Another Taurus investment, this time from Aviator. 2 rifles on the side of Wicked is no surprise. Something we've seen teams do more and more. As they win those early round ones, they buy into rifles. Give it to your standout shooters, who would be Ash and Wizard Gecko, both with kills on the board. Ash with 3 off of that last round. Very solid job from them, and an exciting start to our series. See what the pistol set gives for Restart. They're looking for a bit of a hero play here. They're looking to catch out one of the rifle users, ideally. The Taurus, a tool that could do that. I thought Aviator had bought the Taurus, but now I see Heyne has it in hand, so maybe some discussion going on there as to who should be wielding the power. As Khan on B site gets a little bit of damage through the wall. The peak will come out and down goes Gears. Khan holding things here on site as a rifle comes in for support. A nice Cyclone peak from Maestro. Ash over the top here will connect with another, though, and the advantage stays in the Wicked's favor. No, now we're down 3-3 as Sleepy gets connected with a headshot. Heyne finding some Taurus action. Both rifles are here as a good nade toss comes in, pushes Gecko off for a sec, and we're into this fight over B site. They've got the entry points locked down by rifle play right now, so it's going to be very tough to push in unless they find some kills with either grenades or headshots with that Taurus. Gecko and Ash here on the backside, though. Yeah, it's... Oh, I like, actually, Heyne. But look at that, they're aware. Ash is wary of the threat of the window. With how long it's been, they're suspecting that to come at this point, and Heyne could get caught out very easily here if they're not careful. They'll open it up, and a nice swing from Ash will connect. Wizard Gecko finds the final kill, and a good hold from Wicked Esports. let's take a look at chat as we get a brief pause in the action for round 3 bye, the full bye. Jai Guy voting on a Wicked. Hello to Dashin. Collinger Shiloh believes in the Wicked side as well. Ice Beast on the fence. Believing in the restart win weight. 7-2, definitely a strong one. This restart team playing well so far this season. Cannot count that record out. Into the action we go for round 3, and we'll see what Restart can do with everything they got in their pocket here. The full kits coming out. I take a quick liquid break there, so appreciate the dealing with the silence. There may be a little bit of that today. I've done forecasts this week, 2 interviews. A little bit overactive, so try and keep it reserved for the action as Royal Chef here using that Cadillo. Whoa, and is this almost a full Cadillo buy, as I realized that from Restart. And a Cadillo versus a full auto rifle, definitely not going to win out in a battle through the wall. No foam down, and they do move out and away from that position. Sleepy will finally connect with the wall bang. Ene goes down. Maestro will refrag Sleepy through the wall. And the rifle quickly scooped up by Nessie, who was I believe, the one that managed the economy for them and didn't buy into a rifle. No, they did. They want the extra ammo, though, I think. Gears finds Ash on the opposite site. Wizard Gecko's thinking about pushing now as well. I wonder if we're going to see a B site rotation into a 3v3. We go, make it a 3v2 as Maestro finds another one. They'll fly into B and catch a double. Plant comes down, and it's going to be the retake from Wizard Gecko. They're going to have to enter into site. What is the play as the bomb goes down on A? Oh no, Gears hits themselves with their own nade. Lucky we missed it. Never want that kind of highlight on cam. As Wizard Gecko peeks out, finds the headshot of one. As Maestro gives away their position and challenges out of the crack through the doorway. A risky play, but one that pays off, and you can see them celebrating. I don't know why not saving that nade, but maybe they couldn't stash it. But regardless, coming out and finally getting a restart on the board. The vital round, I would say, to carry them in to a round 4. What's the economy like? Wicked, half buy, RCP, and a Canut, and half buy, partial buy from Restart as well. Cadillos, Taurus, 3 Vezins apiece for both teams. We are into a interesting battle back and forth here. Round 4, map 1 on Skyscraper. A offensive round taken on Skyscraper is pretty big. A map that I think lends itself more to the defense than anything. Enables the roamer And it's ultimately pretty tough to break in, at least for an uncoordinated offense. I think you see coordination here from Restart coming through, at least on that last one, and makes breaking through a little bit easier. You're able to really kind of spread and split. Otherwise, a defense that is covering all of the entry points. Sleepy here is watching server. These sites covered well, and Ash and Khan standing out a little bit extra into the radio room. They'll hear those repels come through, and that prompts them to throw a nade, but a little bit too early. Flashbang comes in, doesn't hit Khan. Another nade comes around. Aviatronic gets up on top of the bench in time, but it's not before a 1-2 kill comes through. Ash will battle through the doorway here, and we are fighting over a site. Ash almost gets headshot through the wall there. Now there's no more wall to trade through. A site wide open. Sleepy Penguin on a flank. With RCP in hand, could find success if they're not watching. The heads of Heyne and Maestro are there, but Royal Chef luckily turns around for the kill. They fly in to connect with another headshot, but Ness E01 survives and puts another point on the Wicked Esports board. Just barely. And again, you look at the KDs, we're into a pretty even back and forth this afternoon, and I'm impressed to see the Cadillo connecting with so many kills, to be honest. That was a double kill with those headshots there at the end of that round, almost a triple. Maybe if they had had a fully auto Vesson, it would have been a different story, but you could play the what-if game forever, especially in Game of Breachers with how the economy's managed, and what if we had bought this instead of that? Can't go down that road. 2 rounds left to go, though, before we do swap sides, and not looking so good for Restart. Their economy in shambles, and Wicked strong and healthy with full Vesons on their defense and a couple of pistols. Tauruses coming out from both Chef and Heyne to try and make some magic happen. 1 rifle from Maestro, and they're going to try and 0 to hero this round, which means they start at nothing and climb up to a fully kitted offensive unit. It means killing a Wicked defender that has a rifle in hand and really kind of hoping for someone to be a little bit overextended on the defensive side, hoping to catch somebody out up here on this top floor. But for now, at least, no one has pushed to the upper level of A, and so it's going to be really full control for Restart here as they open up both hatches and look down towards the site. Heyne on a bit of an off roam, waiting to see if they can catch out. Anyone trying to flank them, but nobody is here. Everyone's tucked into sight, and Sleepy catches a little kill. Slice of no more life for Gears as they go down, and Wicked Esports barrel towards a 4-1 start here on Skyscraper. I wonder what the play is from this team. What's the goal? They're looking to breach into A, jump or B, jump down through hatches. They could full court press out through A, fly down here through this hatch. That's very risky. The other option is what I think they're going for, which rotates to the stairs and then push down to B site and be avoiding the door blockers that they were identifying at A. Ooh, audio transmitter placed gives away this rotation. But they'll open up A, fly in, get the plant down for some cash, and this is a good move from the Restart squad on their eco round. They're just looking to do some damage, get cash into their pockets, And the EMP's down. Maestro can't find the 1v5. And nobody finds a kill. So I don't know if that was worth the investment they made with Tauruses. If they're going to go for that kind of play, why buy and spend money? Maybe it's because they knew they'd have enough off of a loss. Yeah, it looks like they do. And so now they're full buying in to round 6, trying to put 2 on the board on the attack, which ultimately would be pretty good. On a map like Skyscraper, Restart then are just looking to put up a clean, solid defensive set. 5, 6 rounds if it's perfect. They don't even need that many to win the map. So yeah, this is a big one. They want this extra cushion for when they go on the defensive side. They can afford to lose a round or 2. And again, another quick shout out to everyone that is tuning in and supporting the VRML. We've got a merch store out there, and we've got teams making their own merch, stores. I'd recommend you support your favorite team if they do have an Exclaim merch store. We have a bunch of teams that have affiliated with us and the VRML League that is active with our store on the Exclaim site. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of. I mean, I think the merch is pretty cool that we got out there. I actually need to get some of it myself so I can advertise more of it on stream. But one of many ways you can support us: subscribing to the channel, just following the channel. A free way to help. Man, we've seen a lot of great support again from the community. Over 1,000 subs before we got to the halfway mark of the season. First battle of round 6 opening up down the long hallway. Khan looking for a piece of action. Definitely going to be a B-site push, so it seems, as the setup is here. Foam on the wall. And this fight with Khan down the long hallway. Look at the defense from Wicked, fully stacked up. Ready and waiting for Restart to make their entry. Oh, this is a beautiful scene here. Ooh, Hayday will catch one, and 8 comes through. Half health's Maestro. A doorway and a wall separating us here. Now no longer a wall as it's opened up. Shots coming through from Gears. They'll try and come through, but the nade of the back end will catch the kill. The Fire and Khan find another, and Ash will swing out to get rid of 1, 2. Make it 3. No, Avatronics will find their death in the smoke from Nessie. And Wicked put out a clean defensive round 6. 5 alive and a 5-1 lead. Now, on the reverse side of thinking about things, Wicked Esports just need 2 here. This pistol round, and then buy into the next one with rifles and win that second pistol round. It'll be forcing Restart into unoptimal buys with Vipers and Tauruses. If you win this round, because they'll have to buy round 2, because it'll be the last potential round of the map before it, if they lose that. So you invest all your money when your back's against the wall like that, and yeah, they'll be in a very good spot ultimately if they win this first one. If they don't, there's a path for Restart to kind of bounce their way back into this one. Restart obviously needs to put up a perfect 6-round set on defense to take the map. If they do 5-1, then they'll tie map 1, and we'll be guaranteed 3 maps this afternoon. So definitely a tall order for Restart on the comeback train, but it's Skyscraper, and the defense definitely lends itself to I think the map Skyscraper lends itself to defense. I had that backwards. Set up on A site. Wicked trying to play this one fast. As a reminder, we've reset, swapped sides, and we're into the pistol round here, so pretty even. It's I can't remember who said it on Eternity, but it's the point you're at the most even with your opponent is the pistol rounds. Ooh, and look at this play. Wicked flying into A site. A nice connection from Gears will open things up. The plant's down, though, and another shot from Gears connects. Another from Gears. As Khan is left alive and now dead with shots to the back, and Restart opened things up beautifully. Gears connecting big time with the multi-kill from the Taurus. That's why you buy a Taurus, to do that. Pop the heads. And that's the start for Restart. Is the restart. For sure. It's exactly what they needed. Now Wicked have to eco, take their cash into the next round. Probably going to see a pretty heavy buy from Restart. I would say at least 2 rifles, maybe 3 if they have the cash across the board, but I don't think they do. So we're going to see 2 rifles there, and it's going to be a tough shell to crack for Wicked now. Again, Skyscraper, a defensive-sided map, so if Restart can do what Wicked did, go 5-1, again, tied map 1. If they can do it perfect, they win map 1. They bounce back from otherwise a pretty rough start, to be honest. Wicked definitely were in control. And there were some kills coming across the scoreboard. You know, you do see, again, Restart is finding kills. They do have some kill leaders, but look at Ash, 12 on the board. No one's in double digits yet on the Restart side. Crawling train here, though. Slowly working their way down the stairs as Khan considers pushing it, doing a little bit. I think they were just breaking windows. Maybe trying to distract as Gecko works in through server room. And it's a very spread out Wicked team. And it's because they're anticipating roamers, especially with an early 1-0 lead, 2 rifles in play. It kind of enables the rest of the team with pistols to sort of get more aggressive. And Wicked are just making sure that no one's roaming. They're really doing a pretty extensive clearing here. And ultimately, they'll only find this defense around objective right now. Except for Aviators, the only one that's extended out a little bit here, waiting on the stairs. And it is quite quiet here. Maestro is ready and waiting. Otherwise, it's a fully stacked up Wicked team. And here they go, flying around the corner. One pushing through the window, trying to connect, and Heyne will find a kill over the top. So will Royal Chef. Ultimately, Restart are in better condition, but the full press is here, and Royal Chef finds another with the Taurus. Ash alone in a 1v4 with rifles pushing into them. Taurus is in play, and they'll win that spectral battle down the long hallway. Turns it into 1v3. Royal Chef at 10 HP, no health syringe in hand. Pretty risky to peek the door blocker if they do, especially with a spectral, but they can barrel shove the Taurus into the face of Ash here, but it's going to be a drop shot that's required from Ash to survive. And they don't have EMP. They do have foam. They'll run past Royal Chef here, and that door blocker. Open up the wall a little bit. Just try and throw this defense off. Royal Chef doesn't want to peek out, and Gears will be the one to find the final kill as Ash tries to peek out and Restart another round on the board, but ultimately damage done by Wicked on an eco round. They connect with 2 rifle holders, hit the economy just a little bit of restart, but ultimately not a lot. And Wicked do have the option now to at least full buy in, or yeah, they could full buy. Ash could also pick up a rifle because of the way they really held off on picking up anything last round and found kills. Yeah, there's enough on the board for them to get everyone rifles, everyone kitted out, but it does put everyone down to 0 cash except for Ash at 150. It is the full buy here from Wicked, and they're trying to get their at least 1 round on the board right now in round 9 when they have the economy to do it. To be fair, if they do get to the point where they continue to lose, the last 2 rounds will also be pretty decent on the money that comes into them because they will have the consecutive round loss coming through. But we'll have to see if Wicked can get 1 and at least guarantee us a 3-map series. Well, I wouldn't say guarantee, because then they could also win this map, and then in that case they could win the series in 2. So Restart need to get to 6 first, or both teams need 6, obviously, for us to guarantee a map 3. That's the math. Okay, that's the brass tacks. When I see some early celebration in chat from Mozart, another easy Wicked W. Not so easy, it seems. Pistol rounds going into the hands of Restart. Will it be time for Wicked to get on the board here again? Server room push is definitely known at this stage. Audio transmitter giving away info, and that drop-down audio coming in from Maestro. Means they have limited time to make this push happen before the flanker comes through, because there is one on the roam. But if you push before the flanker connects, then the flanker becomes useless and ultimately doesn't end up participating in the fight that you have. So Avatronics, will they be where they need to be in time? They're really lingering in server room. And we may have a fight here on stairs soon as Avatronics and Khan just a few steps away from each other. And the push on B sites coming through. We got to shift our attention as a lot of fire through the walls comes in. Wizard Gecko getting hurt hard. Ash getting hit hard, but kills coming through. Royal Chef still fighting over B site, and ultimately they connect, and Khan shuts down the flanker. Wicked with 3 alive get the EMP plant down, and Royal Chef with the Cadillo in hand has to try and make this some magic happen in a 1v3. There's one. No health syringe to heal up. But is right in the wheelhouse for headshots here with the Cadillo. Pushes out with Wizard Gecko on the short corner. We'll see them. There's 2. Can't get the 3rd. Ash will clutch it up for Wicked, but just barely. An EMP plant and 1 surviving means that Wicked might be in an awkward place on their economy here going into this round. Partial buy, yeah, Penguin can't get into one. Can't get into a rifle, so 1 player won't be able to rifle buy here, I believe. Or they're spending everything. Yeah, they all got rifles, but they spend everything again. And it makes sense. You're going into your map point right now. Like I said, like you see with Restart, they're going full buy. There's no reason to save anything at this point here. Must wins from here on out, and if you win, you're ideally carrying your investment through to the round. So go big. Go big. See a bunch of folks tuning in. Thank you all for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying the action. Please do hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the support. And a reminder that we do have a podcast episode coming out tomorrow. Should be around 11 a.m. PST, but it's a VOD. and it's a podcast that Martini and Phil recorded. So if you want to see what those two have to say about the game of Breachers, check out that VOD. That'll be launching tomorrow. We also have a couple of interviews coming out with teams like Dead Stop, Eternity, and Acer. Wallbang galore coming through there as Sleepy Penguin finds, I think, 2 through the wall there. And Wicked opened things up very nicely. 5 alive to the 3 of the Restart defense. Ready in position to attack through to the A side as well. Khan doing a good job of poking and prodding at different defensive positions here, and is actually a little bit concerned about Avatronics swinging out that window and attacking. Maestro's also here and could attack. Gears is on a flank and finds 1. They'll be looking for more. Aviatronics finds another. Sleepy Penguin goes down, and Nessie and the Wicked team down to 3v3. Maybe 3v2 as Wizard Gecko vaults over the ledge and catches a kill. Foam down on A already. Khan ready to fly in through the window. But you have to deal with the static emitter on the ground. And Maestro here on the corner. And Maestro finds that threat and eliminates it. Now it's all focused on the front entry point of A site. And the duo here knows where to look for Nessie and Wizard Gecko. And if anything, the rotation to B site might be the play, because they certainly are stacked A and ready to defend. Oh, I think they're trying to get that up and over. It's a defensive smoke that comes out, and a nice connection there from Maestro. Nessie flies out to find the other kill, and Wizard and Nessie lock in map number 1 for their team. It is Wicked Esports taking map 1's W. Hard fought, though. If you look at the KDs, you'll see that Restart were there and battling. Across the board with that team, 9, 8, 8, 5. Good kills coming in. In comparison, 9, 6, 8, 4, with one standout shooter for Wicked Esports with 15 kills. Ash really excelling there and ultimately enabling Wicked to lock in a solid map number 1. I do wonder if we are going into... Oh, no, we're swapping sides, so it seems. And should be going into map 2 shortly. A quick shout-out to our sponsors while we have a brief break. Our sponsors help support the VRML and contribute into the $8,600 in cash and hardware prize pool. Those sponsors include ProTube VR, offering fantastic stocks that help stabilize your aim in-game. Here's my ProTube. The controller just fell out of it because it's not meant for this controller, but I'm using it for it anyway. But it's a stock that helps stabilize your aim in-game. Magnetic attachments to the bottom of your controller that snap in and ultimately help you stabilize at long range with any of your VR shooters. It's a really cool tool that you can get a discount on if you use code ILOVEVRML at checkout. Also sponsored by HyperX. HyperX offering a discount on any purchases in the U.S. Use code HXVRML23. You're hearing my voice through the Procast. I just listened to a cast yesterday on the Quest 3 and was super impressed with the quality of this Procast. I really hadn't even heard my voice back until I listened into that VOD, and I really think it's a good quality. You tell me, okay? I think what's going in is pretty nice. And we really do appreciate their support. They got a bunch of other peripherals as well. Keyboard here that I'm using. We're also sponsored by Helga, the Esports Manager. It's a bot that helps you organize and schedule your matches, helps you schedule scrims, league matches. It's a bot made by VRML players for VRML players. And so if you are a team captain in particular, recommend checking that out. You can get the first month of the service for free if you join their Discord now. I think exclamation point Helga in chat will give you that link. We're We're also sponsored by Triangle Factory, contributing in... why am I... Hold on. Getting messages. The developers of the game supporting us and contributing into that prize pool. Also enabling us to put 2 VRML gun skins in game. I've just looked at those 2 skins that we have designed, and they are... if we can get... It's a collaborative process, a back and forth, and if we can get what we've designed into the game, it's going to be some really, really cool skins. It's still TBD. I don't want to tease anything yet until we have it locked in as, this is the skin. But as soon as we have more details, we will want to show these skins off to you so you know what you're competing for, because the top 8 teams from each region qualify in for an exclusive skin. And then we'll have another skin that is available for purchase on the store. So definitely a lot to keep an eye out for coming down the pipeline. And this prize pool positioned to grow as we add more sponsors in to the league over the course of the season. You want to keep your eyes peeled for an announcement tomorrow for that exact reason. So, yeah, some exciting stuff there. And also, obviously, the link to the podcast will be in that announcement, too. So everything tucked into a nice announcement tomorrow, probably around 11 a.m. PST is when you can expect it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And we are ready to go. I stalled us long enough with ad reads to get into round 2 of map 2, round 1. And we got to swap sides as RE.START are on the attack and Wicked Esports on the defense. This feels like a familiar scenario we've been in before, but I think RE.START opted for the offensive side here on hideout. Either that or Wicked opted for the defense. Who knows? I don't really know who's choosing which round. We can't listen to team comms or what they're saying to each other, so hard to get those details. But we are into hideout for map 2, and RE.START are on the attack to kick things off. Despite having an unsuccessful bit of offensive pushing on skyscraper, we'll see if maybe now they can find some success on hideout. We've had a couple 2-game sweeps so far this week. Certain teams really stepping up, roster adjustments maybe impacting other squads. But I don't think either of these teams have really been impacted by stuff like that. I could be completely wrong on that, though. Truth be told. I don't memorize all the teams' rosters. We have over 100 of them, sorry. I have to memorize 500 names? That's crazy. Breach coming into A site, gears, nade in hand, Taurus in hand, catches 1 kill and drops a nade on death. Barreling through as the team flies in, and Nessie catches a double with a nade on a standard plant position. And the entire RE.START offense flies into their death. Sleepy looking to clean things up on a rotation as Hey Nay here vulnerable and will lose their head to a couple of bullets from the outside, and Wicked opened things up with a very clean defense, and RE.START do not surprise their opponent like they were maybe hoping to kick this off on a new set. Now Wicked go into round 2 with rifles in hand, and RE.START have to make magic happen with the Taurus, which they have respectively done so far in this series. We've definitely seen some big Taurus kills from both sides. But will they be able to lock them in here in round 2 of map 2? Cannot afford to lose a bunch of rounds right now because Wicked Esports are looking at a series win off of this map, and quite frankly, if they can keep momentum going and run into a big lead, I think it's just going to be tough to hold them back when it comes their turn to attack. That's at least my perspective of opinion. Let's see what everyone else thinks now. After a solid map 1 performance from Wicked. Still think a lot of folks on the Wicked side. Guys saying they like the restart roster. Collinger thinks Restart got this map. We'll have to see. A little roaming here to clear out anyone on the bottom floor. And ultimately a limited presence around a very standard attacking spot. If anything, nobody here will be taking garage control. Everyone focused on the A site play. That seems to be what's in order here as they're clearing out bottom floor. That's what they were doing, roaming around on the bottom floor, clearing that out, pushing up to the stairs, and hopefully trying to catch the back of Ash or Lumi. Lumi trying to defend the back of Ash here. As Sleepy catches one early, Maestro comes out to find another. Ash here, and they'll go down to Heyne with a Taurus. A hail of bullets fly through the wall and don't connect. And is that a team kill on a nade that came in? I'm not sure what happened there, but we're into a 2v3. And now a B-side push is coming in. Gears has rotated over to B. Doesn't have EMP in hand, but Heyne does, and there's still A-site, so maybe Gears can draw the team to B. Open up an opportunity for Heyne to plant A. Ooh, Wizard just there on the corner. Won't be spotted by Gears. And Gears clearing out the rest of the space. Sees the trip mines, but won't deactivate them because doesn't want to give away the position on this flank. Wizard still tucked in just around the corner, and it's up to Gears to really diligently peek this, and they'll find 1, 2, yes, there's the double. Sleepy's alone with a rifle in hand, and this could be the big comeback round for Restart. Gears will barrel stuff a Taurus into Sleepy's face and find a rifle, do the Macarena, and celebrate a 1-1 map 2 here. And now Collins are feeling a little bit better off of their prediction that Restart will get this map. At least I would be feeling better off of a very nice comeback there and a big flank from Gears with a double kill with that Taurus. The Taurus showing up here this series big time. Quick look at the KDs on map 2. Leading the way there with Gears taking 4 kills. Wicked looking to climb up into the top 8 off of a win here. Definitely a lot to fight for on both sides as we get a full buy round from both ends. Cadillo coming in for Chef, but we've seen some good Cadillo kills so far on Skyscraper, no less. Hideout might have more opportunities. Foam coming down on A. Callouts likely coming in from Gecko, and a little bit of drone work here, also identifying the position. Maestro's worked their way in and is trying to plant already as Shimmy defends over the top. Well, I don't think Maestro has EMP. Shimmy does, so Shimmy has to rotate around. Heyne finds a nade. An immolation comes down, and the EMP's on the wall, but the immolation's there preventing it from being planted, and a huge opportunity for a nade to come in and connect and eliminate this Restart team, but it doesn't. And Shimmy Marui will be able to get this plant down. Heyne connects to the headshot over the top. Another goes down. Shimmy decides to fly out and pick up one themselves. Ash goes down from an aggressive push from Maestro, and 4 survive on a Restart. A much cleaner offensive round there, and they'll go into round 4 very strong on the economy. Wicked struggling to buy into this round on defense. Restart coming in with the full kit and caboodles. All of the bells and whistles here with drones, health syringes, and their rifles surviving through the round. So their economy set for the next round or two. And ultimately, Restart in a very good spot on the attack here, and it's up to Wicked to try and get things back under control. They had a good start on the pistol round, but since then, it really has been Restart commanding things, so to speak. I think we had subs on both sides come in. Shimmy's came in for a Restart, and Lumi came in for Con, something like that. I could be wrong on that, but I do believe we had at least one sub in. Yeah, because Aviatronic isn't in here. And they're in chat instead. Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. Sleepy here could peek out and catch a couple of kills if they're not careful. Maestro will peek the short corner and find one themselves. 1-for-1 trade. Makes it a 4v4. Battle down a long lane. Definitely goes Restart's way on the HP bars. Gears will find the kill as Lumi now getting flanked by Gears. They'll go down. That's up to Ash and Gecko with an RCP and a Vezin in hand. And they'll make some magic happen. Wizard Gecko finds two, looks for a third, and they're into a 2v1 just like that. Wicked could very well clutch up a big round. Maestro needs to pick up a double and could with the Vezin here. Peeking out, doesn't see Ash. Wizard likely hears this, and now a battle for the wall bang. Doesn't connect. Wizard on the short corner is the dangerous tool that Maestro may not be ready for. And Ash will actually find the kill, popping up from alongside the wall, and Wicked will take out two rifles on a big, big round for them. Tie it up 2-2, and really maybe regain some control, because that was starting to go Restart's way quickly. Economy and a big round win off of round 4, though, puts, I think, us at a pretty even Steven point here. Restart and Wicked pretty much about the same on economy. Scoreline about the same. What are the KDs? About the same. Let's take a look. Yeah, although Gear is leading with 6. Pretty spread out for Wicked, and Restart has several connecting. Nessie's still yet to get on the board, though, and it'll be here in round 5 as we go into what seems to be maybe the first garage push we've had. They've really avoided B site. Although Gears had a great flank through it, so not really true. But a bit more passive it seems here. Nice toss underneath into the garage. Won't connect with anyone, but well placed. Not an easy grenade toss to make and can oftentimes lead to a tragic death. Push on the garage coming through, and at the cost of several bits of HP. Static emitters all around, and wall bangs coming in from Sleepy to try and deter this B site push, which very much seems to be the play, and Maestro goes down. First kill coming through. Gears finds Lumi trying to rotate for a flank, and actually maybe he's starting to push the A site. As Heyne keeps Wizard and Sleepy here. Nessie decides, hey, maybe Ash needs some help on A. And is taking a little bit of a look as well, but the team has rotated to A site. EMP is here, and Foam's going down on A wall. They'll catch Ash on A as well, and now it's the big moment for the EMP to go down. Smoke comes in, Shimmy flies up, and gets the EMP onto A site. Now it's the retake for Wizard and the rest of this Wicked team as Wizard finds one. Sleepy on a big flank on the backside, looking to do some damage. Shimmy does see this. They'll go down to it, but Wicked will clutch up off of really a big flank from Sleepy to push in from the backside with the thought they had a Marui there, but maybe they swapped out for a Vezin, and ultimately taking that round. Wicked back in the lead, pushing for a series win on map 2. Interesting question from Tristan coming in. Why are people one-handing the Taurus? You know, it's interesting. I think if you actually look at professional shooting, people that actually are professionally shoot pistols in particular, I do believe one-handing is a style. I think it's something like, something like you steady your shoulder like that or something, and you really get the arm extended out, and it's I think I could be completely wrong on this thought, but I think there is some actual validity to being a little bit more accurate with a fully extended arm instead of tucking it in for the double hand. You can't. I mean, you can still, I guess, but is that comfortable? Versus having more of an open chest and using that controller elsewhere. Especially with especially since you're not actually holding a gun and the weight of the gun isn't impacting you. I think there may be some merit to one-handing. And I've seen one-handing shotguns as well. If anything, maybe to enable the barrel stuffing a little bit more to some degree. You can, you can really extend that arm out. I don't know. Something to think about, though. Correct me if I'd love this chat to tell me it's ridiculous about the pro shoot, but I don't know. Google it, I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Maybe it's like an old Western style for revolver draw shooting. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure if you do a duel as well, it's one-handed. Well, obviously, because you have to pull the, I don't think you pull up and shoot with 2 hands. I don't know. I'm not in the Wild West, okay? Go play Red Dead Redemption. We're in Breachers here, and Utilities coming out from Sleepy up and over the top to little success. Restart need to get something going here. They've had a tough time breaking through the wall of Wicked off of a early 2-0 start. And here comes a smoke play from Royal Chef to get them in sight. A here has been infiltrated. Oh, and the immolation nade does some great work. Forces the hand of Royal Chef. And a couple more go down in the chaos, leading us into a 1v1 as a little over-aggression from the likes of Sleepy and some of the Wicked defense there lead to their deaths from Maestro, and EMP's down in front of Nessie, so ultimately Nessie with an advantage here in the 1v1. There's got to be a health syringe somewhere around here. Maestro on a rotation to try and get into the site. Static emitter is down, though, and a bit of a problem. And a nice nade toss comes through, but won't connect. Nessie staying tucked in, and Maestro deterred ultimately from pushing through that window because of the static emitter on the ground. Too much work to try and get rid of it. This entry is open, and so they'll be making their way through. And I think they heard the footsteps of Nessie, so they go to the back corner for the kill. And it's 3-3 in the first half of map 2. Doesn't really need to get the plant, but does it for the stats. You get the plant stat. Need to pad them. And Restart are not in a bad spot. Hideout definitely more offensive-centric, I think. Just by a touch, though. It's like 55-45. But that extra bit of percentage may be enough for Wicked to take a couple more rounds than just 3. They need 4 in total. If they take 3, we're tied. If they lose and Restart win, we're going to a map 3. So there's actually more scenarios for a map 3 right now than there is for a series win from Wicked. But it's really up to Restart to put on a good defense here. As we do swap sides, reset economies, and get into round 7 of Map 2, a exciting series to tune into. And I really do appreciate all of you guys tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action. Please hit the thumbs up on the stream. It helps with the algorithm. Helps get more folks watching and enjoying Breachers in the VRML and helps us grow that subscriber count and player count. Quick play from Wicked. They're inside a site, planting on the wall, and a smoke is preventing the push from Restart to come through as they try to barrel in, and Gears will catch one or two, but not before the plant is down on A, and Wicked are retreating to defend from the retake. Blink and you would have missed it. A quick fly in from the Wicked offense, full court press, and no one was home at A site. And everyone is just waiting for that bait, which is going to be required, or for the stick. But either way, as soon as a defuse attempt comes in, it's the whole team pushing out. Nessie will catch one. Wizard will go down, but there's the pinch, and that's too many Wicked attackers left alive. A pistol round that's vital to get things going for Wicked in their pockets, and now they're going to be able to buy into rifles in round 8. Have a bit more of a stronger pushing presence than the likes of Restart will on the defense, and they're going to see a lot of wall bang shots coming in here for this objective push, especially since it's B site. We may really see quite a bit of guesswork pre-fire, a lot of bullets going through the wall to try and catch out a kill, because especially with a Vezin, at this stage, you actually have that's the real advantage. Obviously fighting too in close and medium, a Vezin better than a pistol, but you're able to spray bullets through a wall. And when you connect with one bullet, the hit indicator comes in, and so you can then redirect more bullets around that. When you're limited with your shots, like with a Spectral or even a Taurus in particular, you really don't have a lot of bullets to actually shoot through the wall before you run out, or even then spraying down, it's just not as likely to find a kill through the wall. But with rifles in hand, you definitely have that option much more present. What does Wicked do for round 8, though? A very clean pistol set puts them into a lead here and ever closer to a series win. But there haven't been a ton of easy rounds for Wicked so far in this series. Heyne catches a headshot to kick things off. The Taurus doing its job and finding a big kill and a full buy round. Sleepy finally gets rid of Heyne before they catch another kill, and Sleepy with an RCP doing the most damage. Ash defending from Shimmy Marui, peeking and poking and prodding, but all they have is a pistol. It is an ill-equipped defense in comparison to two rifles and an RCP. But they've managed to find kills, and, well, the important gun holders are still alive, so Restart find themselves in a position where they got to fight against rifles and RCPs, and that won't work. Wicked will take a clean round 8, go up 5-3, 2 away from taking the series and locking in a lot of connoisseur votes. 50-8, I think it was, 53-8 in favor of Wicked Esports here this afternoon. And if I were to wager, that's because of the match history. Previous encounter, 14-3 to Wicked. We've already had that score line get surpassed, so more rounds scored in this fight with Restart than there was the last time. And even so, we're still not, the Wicked aren't out of the woods yet. We very well could tie map 2, go to a map 3 decider. So, we still got to put in some big rounds here as we do prep for round 9, and everyone buying in a Cadillo RCP and a couple of Vezins into Restart's hands. Not as well equipped as the Wicked offense that'll be pushing into them. Yeah, and again, just taking a look at chat, what we're talking about with the Taurus, and you can't look at that too long. A team kill. An unfortunate one that puts Wicked down a player 3v4. Not what Wicked were looking for going into a round where they'd won 2 in a row. Ash will catch gears roaming. Maybe unaware of the advantage they had in hand, which is now squandered otherwise as Maestro peeks. And, well, the only reason they're peeking is because the hatch isn't breached. Lumi's on the roof, but I don't know if they have foam to open up the hatch. If anything, they may need it for the wall here on B site. Getting some better kit, utility, and weapons in hand before making their press into this defense. Botched that immolation, Nate. I think they wanted that to go a little bit further, but utility does come out, and oof, almost ahead. There's Heyne finding a vital kill, and it's up to Ash, and now Ash alone in a 1v3. Heyne doing some big damage on the short corner. Maestro on the long one, and here comes the push onto Ash's position. Or maybe not. Over-aggression, not something that Restart need to do right now, as Heyne will look for the kill and go down for it. 42 seconds left. Ash trying to clutch a 1v2 scenario. A plant is actually pretty easy for Ash here. But they actually try and bait a rotation. Maestro goes down, and Ash sees the final defender, who's now swinging around to hit them on the flank. And uh-oh, this could be taking too long. Royal Chef is swinging around, and oh, Ash will pull the gun up, find the kills, clutch the round for their team, and Wicked Esports are a round away from taking the series. No easy rounds, truthfully. A hard-fought battle this afternoon from both sides as Restart on the board. 8 kills apiece for Gears and Maestro, but look at Wicked with Sleepy and Ash, 10 apiece. Nessie coming alive. I think they had 0 kills in the first 4 rounds. Now has 8. Pretty impressive stuff from the Wicked Esports team, and ultimately Restart are fighting, battling, giving it every bit of the best they have this afternoon, and coming up a player short in some cases. They're now forced to full buy here as their backs are against the wall, and series point stares them down the face. It means that we have Cadillos and RCPs into the hands of Restart in comparison to a fully equipped Wicked team, but that hasn't stopped rounds from being close before, so who's to say it'll stop it from being close now as we get into round 10 of map 2. Nade comes in. Doesn't catch anyone out early. Shemi hoping to get a nade kill out the doorway there. Doesn't lock that in. A little drone work, though, does verify that garage is clear, and Wicked will take it. Second drone coming in now. Try and scan the area, and we'll identify Maestro. Shimmy. Chef is tucked into the corner. Ooh, in a forward defense, Sleepy almost catches the kill. Smoke comes in elation to deter. Ash catches one. Sleepy. Chef flies out for a double with the Cadillo. Maybe we'll save this for their team. They'll go down, though, and on the backside, Gears trying to set up for a flank. Maybe a little bit concerned with where Ash was finding kills, but they are slowly working into the back of a 3-player Wicked offense here, and this could be the big triple kill they need to put them on the board here. They're not expecting Gears, and they only catch one before Sleepy finds the headshot. 3v1, the last play. A 1v3 needed to get locked in with an RCP in hand from Maestro. Wicked in control and looking to take the series as the EMP goes down. Sleepy finds the final headshot, and that will be the series into Wicked Esports hands off of 2 maps. A quick 1-2 punch from Wicked Esports, but hard fought. Restart battling it all the way through and ultimately doing a bit better than their last matchup, which went 14-3. This one going 14-6. So they doubled the amount of points that they scored last time against Wicked, but still a loss is a loss, and Wicked will go up likely into that top 8 space, and Restart likely will go out of that top 8 space. So a big series win for Wicked off of 2 maps here this afternoon. They're going to be happy with that one. Restart taking their 3rd loss of the season. And we have ourselves the end of a solid back and forth for Sunday night. Reminder, an announcement coming tomorrow with that podcast episode and some other stuff you're going to want to see, so keep the eyes peeled there. But that'll be it from me. My name has been Nightfire with 2 E's. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action. Until next time, stay classy. VRML is brought to you by Triangle Factory, HyperX, ProTube VR. Thanks for watching VRML.